Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name's Dalia, and today we're working on my Pastel KidCore grandmacore Springcore Island Tea Cozy. I'm so excited for this build because we're doing a continuation of part 1 where we worked on my entrance build and essentially just kind of like working our way around the island. So yeah, let me show you quickly where we're going to be decorating today on the map, just so you guys can get an idea. Basically exactly where my character is standing, that's where we're going to be working on, and then kind of continuing towards my resident surfaces. So I hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you do, don't forget to leave a like, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications so you're notified of when I upload and when I stream and all that fun stuff. So yeah, without further ado, we're gonna get started on today's build. So I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get started. Because we got a lot of work to do. I unfortunately have to start with terraforming, which is not my favorite thing in the world to do. If you've been around my channel for a bit, you know I hate terraforming, or it's not my favorite thing to do. So what we're gonna do is just quickly fix up the path. This is the path that I made in the last build. This is the main path I'll be using on my island. And if you're curious about any of the custom designs I use, I have a full list in my description. Should be updated by the time I post this video, but there's still a couple I'm still trying to like, put down like the creator codes for, but like everything, especially like the main paths I use, should all be available. So I'm just connecting this path, and what we're gonna do is I said this in the last video too, I wanted to make a bridge, so we're gonna do some water terraforming. On my last island that I just reset, I did basically no water terraforming, but on my first Springcore island, or like the last one I just finished, I did a lot of terraforming on that island, and I promised myself that when I do more natural islands like this, I'm gonna try to incorporate as much water terraforming as I can, so we'll be doing that today. So I'm starting off with a very small section of water, just so I can get the bridge down. I didn't know how much when I started doing this terraforming, just how much water terraforming I was going to need for this build, but it turns out I actually end up doing more water terraforming than I initially thought. So first I'm just placing down this bridge, and then we'll be moving on. But later on in the video, we're also going to be making a very small little pond area, featuring some ducks and some frogs, and make it very cute. Because the thing with my current theme is a transition between, or kind of like a cross between, KidCore and grandmacore. So it's the same kind of fun, childlike elements of KidCore, but with the more softer, cottagey aspect of grandmacore. But I thought like a little froggy pond would be really cute. I also wanted to have a incline directly behind my plaza, so I'm just quickly building up the cliff. We're not going to be decorating on top of the cliff today, but I wanted to place down the bridge and the incline and just kind of like get it situated. A lot of my builds, I think, for the next couple of weeks on both this island and the other island I'm currently working on will be full builds, but also include some small terraforming just to kind of like continue the spaces, because I've recently realized that a lot of my builds kind of awkwardly end and I don't know how to continue them. So I want to be mindful of how I'm building, because I never plan my builds. I want that to be very apparent right now. I do not plan my builds. So with this, I thought it would be smart to, from now on, just kind of give myself a general layout to work with. So I don't necessarily have to plan out the next build that I'm going to create, although I do typically have ideas of what I'm going to do. But just so that I'm not stuck with like really awkward places that I need to terraform or need to try to decorate at the end of my island, I'm going to try to be very mindful and make some terraforming, maybe some water terraforming, and like just kind of like start the transition space. So I'm placing down this garden path again. The path is going to go up to the incline, gonna go this way, and we're going to be continuing the water terraforming in a moment, and then it's also going to lead down towards the plaza. And I'm trying to make sure that I do use this path in a very particular way, where I make sure that the path is very small, not very small, but like that it looks very winding and very like traditional of a garden path that you would actually see somewhere. So I'm making sure that it looks very naturally placed, and there's like a lot of like zigzags, considering I'm going to be putting a lot of furniture and flowers on the grass in between the path. So I'm doing that really quickly. I did fix up a little bit of the water terraforming. I had to cut a lot of the terraforming out just because I kept changing my mind about the placement of the water terraforming. But essentially for the terraforming you see behind me of the river, we're basically going to continue that in the next part of the video, or like the next time I decorate on this island, whether it's going to be via stream or through a video. But I'm going to be basically having a path that stops, and then there's like a little bit of water terraforming that you can jump over, and then it's going to be like a small little island, and then we're going to continue from there, because I don't want to only use bridges for this island. I want you to be able to jump over some smaller water terraforming. Like you can even jump over this bit of water if you wanted to the other side, but I do have a bridge here too. And then I quickly made this small little cliff just directly behind one of my last builds that we made, and I'm just connecting the water terraforming. I'm trying to make the water terraforming very natural, so like when I see it on my map it looks very like there's a lot of water like just running through the builds, similarly to what I did in my last spring core island. I still feel like I could have done more water terraforming on that island, so for this one I'm trying to be very, very meticulous about it. So here I'm working on the froggy pond. Like I said, I cut a lot of this out, but basically I put a little pond custom design down on the ground, like leaf puddle, and then I'm using the Karopi snacks. Sorry if I'm butchering that. And they just look so cute. They're so kidcore too. It's like little things like this that's going to make the island this really nice cross between kidcore and grandmacore, because I'm using these fun, very childlike elements with the Karopi designs having like the little like smiley faces on them, and then like I use like toy ducks for like my small duck pond that you'll see me place down in a few moments. And then here I am just connecting the path. This is when I realized I wanted to have the path kind of winding down this way, because the area between the water and my res services is really small. So I just wanted to have a little tiny winding path. I couldn't decide what path I wanted to place here originally. I was debating between wood planks and just a bunch of stuff, but I feel like this one looks kind of cute. I might adjust it later. Honestly, I'm still kind of getting used to placing this path and like having it kind of work in the way that I want it to, but I think this is quite cute. And then obviously I'm going to be placing a bunch of puddles around, and then placing some toy ducks on them too, just to kind of give the whole duck pond, froggy pond combo. And then I'm using this flower path. I have this flower path downloaded, and this little 4 design tile that also have the stones around it, and then this little area here because it's so small. I was originally going to do a picnic, but because I've already done a picnic on this island so far and we're going to be doing a ton, I wanted to make it a little bit different, a little more classic. And I felt like the iron furniture fits the whole grandma aesthetic really nicely, so I gave myself a little tea spot. So kept it very cute, doing a lot of white and pink. I'm trying to integrate pink as much as possible onto this island, so put the pretzels down, changed my mind, and ended up going with the frosted cookies, which I think are so pastel grandma kidcore. Like, they're so cute. They're so cute. You'll see me using a lot of the iron furniture on this island probably. I think that they fit the whole grandma aesthetic really nicely because they're the whole grandma aesthetic really nicely. It's very classic and very, you know, garden-esque, which I think this island has a lot of garden elements too, considering it's more of a natural island. So after placing that down, we moved on to like decorating this. I call this area, this whole build, really a transitional build, because I'm just kind of like connecting my entrance to the plaza and then kind of like deviating over to like different areas. So here I made another little small decorating space, and what I did here is I really wanted to have a little like garden stand type of moment. I have like an actual garden, like a vegetable garden at my entrance, but like I wanted to do something really cute and simple, and I really wanted to use the Casablanca lilies and like the covered counter. So I kind of like just like saw the items in my inventory and was like, okay, what can I decorate with, or what can I decorate using these items that would look really cute? Oh, we can do a really cute little garden, like a flower stand. It's more like a flower stand.
Both is good.
Basically, on this island, I'm gonna have many little areas like this. Just because I think it encompasses the grandmacore really nicely, and it's giving me an opportunity to use like a variety of different items. So I placed down the Casablanca lilies, and then I put another flower on the top of these stacked barrels, and then a little rocking chair. And you can kind of see like the general vibe. I just wanted it all to be very pretty in pastel colors. And then I used the destination signpost in the white color, once again keeping to theme. And then I'm going around and placing tons of toy ducks. I used the toy ducks in my first build, and I only used the white ones. For this island, I'm going to be using the white and the pink, or not the white and the pink, the white and the yellow. I was going to use the pink, but I think the pink is a little bit too vibrant of a color for me. So I decided not to use them. Maybe I will in future builds, but for this particular build, I was content with just using like the two. And then for this little small space, I was originally just going to put flowers here, but I thought a little garden bench would be really cute. So I quickly placed some fencing down, and then we're using the garden bench. And really, I'm just trying to make a bunch of very small little cozy spots throughout this island. I think it just matches the theme really well. I'm still kind of like getting used to like how I want to decorate on this island, but I'm slowly starting to create the aesthetic for it, so I really like that. And then I thought it'd be cute to have a little library here just to kind of like match and have this be like kind of like a little cozy reading area. I don't know, it's very cute. It's very grandmacore. I definitely feel like this build is more grandmacore than kidcore, but it's like trying to find a blend of both. And I'm really excited because typically I hate decorating with the bunny day items, but this topiary is just so cute. I'm also probably going to be using the bunny day planters in a couple of builds too, but the topiary in this little area right here next to the stall flower shop thing is just so perfect. And then I'm going around and planting some trees. So what I'm doing for my trees, this island is going to be set in cherry blossom season, just to kind of like match the theme of the pink. But I do want to have some blue hardwood trees, so what I'm doing is planting some fruit trees and then just stunting them in various stages. And if you don't have the fruit trees fully grown, you don't get the fruit on them. So a lot of the fruit trees I'm planting, I'll just have them on the second last largest stage of growth, so after 3 days of growth, and then you'll be able to have the green, because I really want the cherry blossoms, but I love having green trees too. And I won't be using cedar trees on this island. I'll mainly just be using regular hardwood trees. So that is what I did. And then I really wanted to use, I'm trying to incorporate items I have never really decorated with, so I thought placing a bird bath and a bird feeder, like our birdhouse, in this little section would be really cute. And once again, just incorporating a lot of garden items. I feel like this another theme you could call this island is meadowcore, just because there's going to be a lot of flowers and a lot of garden elements thrown in. And then I started placing the flowers, as you guys can see. I'm going to probably go back and get rid of some of the flowers. I feel like the flowers can look a little busy if they're not done correctly. And then as I was doing like my final walkthrough, I wasn't like 100% set on how I placed them. So I might have to go back and like change them a little bit. But just kind of like sectioning off this area because we haven't continued the waterscaping. But essentially the water here is just going to kind of like loop around, and then obviously the cliff is going to continue to be extended. So after I finish planting the flowers, which as you guys can tell, the flower colors for this island are mainly pink and white with some yellow, green, and orange hyacinths. Orange hyacinths are the only orange flower I'll be using. I don't think the other orange flowers are muted enough. Basically, I'm trying to like have it be very pastel, like very muted, very soft tones. And the hyacinths are the best for that kind of theme because they are all very muted in color. I said this in the last video, I wasn't 100% sure about the pink mums because they're still kind of vibrant to me. But they are a lot softer than like the pink cosmos, the pink tulips, which I wish I could use them on this island, but to me the colors are just too vibrant, and I want everything to be very soft, if that makes any sense.
Oh. Okay.
So essentially we're almost finished with the build. I'm gonna go around and put a couple more fences down and just kind of like section off areas and really just like put the little finishing touches. I put down some like green what's the word? Leaf piles. I found the word. And some cherry blossom petal piles as well. And then really that is it. That's it. I'm using like vertical fencing in a couple of colors. I'll be using like the wooden fences. I'll be using some country fencing too in a few areas, but I like to use white and pink fencing mainly on this island, I think. So unfortunately you can't customize the country fencing. If you could customize country fencing, that would be so cute. So anyway, unfortunately you can't because Nintendo is mean and they'll give us the variety of options for things we wish we could have. I've decided I think my dream adjust for this island is going to be set to around like 6:30ish in the morning. So I quickly time traveled and we set the time to cherry blossom season. And yeah, without further ado, let's go check out the final build. Alright, that is everything for today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. We've started streaming on my channel, so you will be seeing a lot of streams from me very soon. And yeah, I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful day, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!